CockFM Radio. It's all about you.
Of the morning to you out there. It's an exciting new week, and it is indeed a pleasure to know that you're there. And what a day to bring you today's edition of the Headliners on CockFM Radio. Today, Monday, the 1st of May 2023. It also coincides as Workers' Day internationally. And in a moment, we're going to be looking at what the big stories are on the cover of our national dailies. My name is Olufemi Peters. And rather unsurprisingly, we're going to start off with this May Day story on the cover of the Guardian newspaper, where workers lament 8 years of unkept promises as minimum wage loses value. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian today. Again, Lagos-Ibadan road repair misses Fashola's deadline. While Lagos FAWN demolished buildings in Ajao Estate, over 2,500 undocumented Nigerian students stranded in Sudan varsities. Nigeria loses $4.5 yearly to foreign artisans in construction industry. And of course, those are the headlines on the Guardian newspaper. Now let's take a look at the nation today, Monday, 1st of May 2023. You remain sole losers. Federal government tells PDP and Labour Party, don't preempt tribunal outcome. Opposition parties fire back. And yes, that's the cover story on the nation today. Let's give you some other headlines on the same newspaper. APC legal advisor recommends Lukman's expulsion. Workers are engine room of growth, says Lawan. 3 ABUAD students for UK exchange program. Rivers first to host Tinubu, says Wike. Moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune. APC set for stormy NWC meeting as leadership tussle gets messier. National legal advisor counsels party chair to expel Lukman. South-South zonal APC removes Giadom and Udo Sen. Exercise a nullity. That's according to the APC National Publicity Secretary. That story is on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune today. And of course, there are a lot of other major stories on the cover of Nigerian Tribune today. Let me give you a few. NDLEA seizes drug consignment hidden inside imported car food items at Lagos Airport Seaport. Police arrest suspected serial killer ritualist in Ogun. Reject 1 million bribe. Abe withdraws petition against Rivers governorship election. 10th National Assembly opposition lawmakers adamant vow to reject APC zoning favored candidate for speakership position. Incoming government may consider phased fuel subsidy removal. That is the cover story on today's edition of Daily Independent newspaper. And for the Punch newspaper, the cover story says 8 years cockart. Workers lament hardship, score Buhari governors low on welfare. High cost of living has made nonsense of minimum wage, 40% pay rise. That's according to the unions. Pensioners still earning 750 naira monthly. Economy harsh under Buhari, say retirees. That is the major story on the cover of the Punch newspaper today. Let's look at some other stories on the cover of the paper. Opposition's rigging claims fraudulent. Federal government insists 2 suspects caught concealing cannabis in Gary sack. CBN supplies more new naira notes to banks. Unsold goods stock rises by 52%. That's according to manufacturers. Don't attack embassy staff. Ambassador warns stranded Nigerian student. Federal government dumps 5% telecom tax waiver. All of that you find on the Punch today. And now let's look at the Vanguard newspaper. May Day, it's been terrible, agonizing for workers. That's according to the NLC. As workers in oil, electricity, maritime, other sectors grieve over continuous misery, poverty, hopelessness. Ask government to address poverty, insecurity, unemployment, inflation, high cost of living, set agenda for incoming government. That story is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. And now today we're going to conclude our review of today's editions of our national dailies with the Daily Trust newspaper, where the major story says over 500 Nigerian students stranded at Sudan and Egypt border. Our passports seized. We have no food and water, according to the stranded students. We're doing our best, says envoy. NAF planes land in Egypt. Ceasefire ends. Dangote partners federal government. Hair peace on resettling evacuees. Agents kick over 100% increase in cargo handling charges. We're ready for census awaiting Tinubu. That's the National Population Commission. Drunk Kwara police officer excretes in uniform. CP orders arrest. Bandits kill 40 in Kebbi and Zamfara. Edo farmer commits suicide after stabbing wife over infidelity. 4.3 million face severe hunger in Borno, Adamawa, Yobe. That's according to DWFP. APC legal advisor seeks Northwest Vice Chairman's expulsion. All of these interesting stories you'll find on the Daily Trust newspaper. Alright, thank you for listening to today's edition of the Headliners on CockFM Radio. That's all we can take for today till I come your way again tomorrow. My name is Olufemi Peters. For more info and updates, visit our social media platforms via CockFM Radio Live on Facebook, CockFM Radio on Twitter, CockFM Radio Live on YouTube, CockFM Radio Live on Instagram. Well, I thank you for listening. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
CockFM Radio. It's all about you.